One of your friends did a study on the temperature in Texas over the summer. She gave you the results of her confidence interval, which have a lower bound of 85.33 degrees Fahrenheit and an upper bound of 94.8 degrees Fahrenheit. What is the point estimate of this interval? So the point estimate in this case, since we're talking about the degrees here, it is going to be the average temperature. So the average temperature, X bar, or mean, is equal to, you can use either this formula that I'm going to share with you, or you can use the Master Excel workbook. I'll show you both ways. So the point estimate is equal to the upper bound plus the lower bound. So I'm going to say upper bound plus lower bound divided by 2. Where is this one? Which is equal to, you add first and then you divide. So it is equal to 94.8 plus 85.3 divided by 2. You're going to get 90.05 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is going to be the average. And then the margin of error is equal to the upper bound minus the lower bound divided by 2. That is 94.8 minus 85.3 divided by 2, which is equivalent to 4.75 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, on the Master Excel workbook, you're going to go to confidence interval for means, and you're going to go to this section from row number 15 to row number 19. And you're going to stick your upper bound and lower bound here. I already did that. And then I found the X bar and the margin of error here. So you can do it either way. Now, question number 7. According to one study, 13.9% of children live with the guardian other than their parent. A researcher wants to see if this percentage has changed since the study was published and take a sample of 2,759 children and finds that 405 of them are living with a guardian other than their parent. Is this enough evidence to claim that the proportion of children living with a guardian other than a parent is different than 13.9% with a level of confidence of 0.05? So the first step that we're going to do is to write the null and alternative hypothesis. So the null hypothesis is a statement of equality. The proportion of kids or children who live with a guardian other than their parents was 13.9, so 13.9 from a study. The researcher claims that the proportion is different. So it's not equal to 0.139 or 13.9%. So that is the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. We're going to use the hypothesis testing for proportions from the master sheet in order to find the test statistic and the p-value for the next question. So what do we need to find? What do we need to get there? We need the proportion, the population proportion, which is 0.139. We need also X, which is 405. We need the sample size N, which is 2,759. And we need alpha, which is the significance level, 0.05. We're going to go to testing hypotheses for proportions, hypothesis testing for proportions, this one. And we're going to change the hypotheses here. So the null hypothesis is 13.9, and then the test is not equal to, and then we stick in the sample size. As you can see, the sample size is 2,795, and X is equal to 0.05. Alpha is 0.05. We need the test statistic, that is the test statistic right there, and we need the p-value, which is this value right here. So now, I'm going to go here. The test statistic is equal to, I'm going to round it to 4 decimals, 1.1831, and the p-value is equal to 0.2368.